Well, hello everybody, BugEater64 here, and back to flying. Thought you'd appreciate that, those that follow the channel. But today what we're going to be doing, we're going to be Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we're going to be flying the PMDG DC6. Going to be carrying 51 passengers, and we're going to be flying from KGSP, that's Greenville Spartanburg International Airport, in upstate South Carolina, Greenville. And we're going to be flying to KBOS in Boston Logan International Airport. Going to be flying at just over 10,000 feet, and we're just going to have a really good time. So let's get in the cockpit, let's get things started, and we'll see you very soon. Okay, well, welcome to Greenville Spartanburg International at 6:30 in the morning. So we'll get things started here very quickly. Today we're flying with the 1950 United Airlines livery. And we got some storms going to be coming in later this evening. That's why I wanted to get an early flight. But there is a bit of wind, so we may have some crosswinds, especially up in the Boston area for the landing, and that may cause us some issues, but we shall see. So let's go ahead and see about getting things started here. Double check our fuel. We're only going a little less than 700 miles, but we get our passengers on board. You said there should be 51 of them. It's a little hard to see, but one thing that's great about PMDG's simulation of the DC6 is the fact that as you load fuel or passengers or cargo, there'll be subtle differences. You can actually see the aircraft settle down a little bit because of the weight. So
cockpit pre-flight. Completed. Voice recorder. Tested. Oil coolers and cow flaps. Auto and position. Fuel and fluids. Checked. Pressurization. Set. Manifold and duct pressure. Checked. Radios. Checked. Doors and hatches.
okay, we'll get our Garmin 430 started.
Closed. Door warning lights. Out. Gear pins. Removed. 3 on board. Seat belts and pedals. Adjusted. Throttles. Set to idle. Propellers. Forward and 3. Before start checks complete. Start engines.
Okay, flight plan is ready to go. Let's go ahead and get our pushback. And our pushback is one that I found on the website Flight Sim 2. And it was freeware, and it works fairly well. Okay, so we get that started, and we'll get moved out here. So we are ready to start engines. So we're configured for engine 3. Let's go ahead and get it started.
3, 6.
And we start engine 3 because that's the one that controls electrical power. So once we have that up and running and ready to go, we can go ahead and switch over to internal aircraft power without running the batteries down. So engine 3 is up and running. So let's go ahead and get ready to start engine number 4. Mixture to full rich. Magnetos to both. Starter of number 4. Fuel primer to low, or boost to low.
3, 6, 9, 12.
And bingo, starter up. Okay, engines 3 and 4 are up and running. So we can, as we go ahead, go back to the next one. We got 4 of these. Starting next is engine 2. Okay.
Clear prop.
Let everybody know on to the left side of the aircraft. Fuel boost to low.
Three, 6, 9, 12.
Aha. It's not starting. Didn't like the sound of that. And there's the reason why. You have to introduce fuel. So we'll have to go back here and, yeah. My bad. Let's go ahead and wait for everything to reset. There we go.
Three, 6, 9, 12.
All right. Engine 2 is started. And this, boys and girls, as I've said before, is why you should use checklist. Especially when you have large spaces of time between flights. All right, so let's get started with engine 1. Fuel mixture to rich. Magnetos to both. Starter selector to 1. Fuel boost to low. And starter.
9, 12.
Rear ground Air America do XX Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010 with whiskey request taxi for takeoff north departure.
Air America do XX Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010 taxi 2 and hold short of runway 22 using taxiway Lima 2 Lima Alpha. Contact tower on 120.1 when ready.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 22 via taxiway Lima 2 Lima Alpha Air America do XX Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010.
Okay, all engines are running and warming up nicely.
Start selective boost pumps. Off and off. Battery switch. Plane battery. Generators and inverters. Checked and on. Emergency lights. Armed. Ground power. Removed. After start checks complete.
Okay, we're looking very good. So we'll get ready to taxi. Check our instruments, make fuel pressures, everything's looking good. Release the brake. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop a minute here because I forgot the DC6 does not have per se taxi lights. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up, since it's very early and still dark, go ahead and pull up here a little bit and then we'll flip on the landing lights and that'll light the front of the aircraft so we can see where we're going. Don't need the de-icers. Let's go ahead and let's see. Yeah, we're looking good. Don't see any issues. Double checking to make sure if there are any taxi lights. It doesn't appear to. I think what I'm going to do is I'll put the lights on flash. It lets people see us a little, catches their attention better than just a steady light. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the landing lights on. Get them extended and illumination is on. Hey, we can see the taxiway now. Isn't that wonderful? So 22 is way down at the right there. So we're going to taxi down there, but I'm not going to make you settle through that slow, arduous way down there. I'm actually going to kick it into high gear for you. And double checking FSAirlines to make sure our flight is in good stead and we have activity for it. So let's get down here to the end of the runway very quickly. Okay, here we are at the end of runway 22, so we can start to get things ready for us to go.
Boost pumps.
Before takeoff checklist.
Boost pumps on low. Fuel selector and crossfeed. Main tanks and crossfeed off. Autopilot and carb heat. Off and cold. Hydraulic system. Down, forward, pressure and quantity checked. Okay. Flaps 20.
Okay, set the flaps to 20.
Flaps set 20. Windows and turbine. Closed and on. Controls. Gust lock released.
You
Free.
hear the gust lock coming off?
Detonator. On. Mixture and cowl flaps. Reach unlocked. Set. Transponder. On. Landing lights. Extended and on. Before takeoff checks complete.
Okay, we're ready to go. Just need to call the tower and get clearance.
Rear tower Air America XX Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010, ready for departure to the north at runway 22.
Air America XX Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010, altimeter 30.20, wind calm departure to the north approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 22.
Cleared for takeoff runway 22 Air America XX Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010.
Okay, we can get out on the runway now. Get prepared to get out of here and head for Boston.
Stabilize. 30 inches stabilize.
Okay, run it up.
30 inches stabilized. Cowl flaps. Cowl flaps. Cowl flaps set. Full power, please. Going full power.
All the engines appear to be running nominally. Looking good.
Full power set.
Brakes released. Rotate.
Buzzer rate, gear up. Gear selected up. Gear up, lights up. Flaps up. Flaps going up.
departure.
Rear tower Air America DuXX Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010. Continue for north departure.
Meter power set. Climb power. Setting climb power.
There's something very cool about seeing the propellered aircraft with the lights glinting off the blades.
Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010. Leading my airspace frequency change approved.
Rear tower Air America DuXX
That's
Alpha
very
Alpha
cool.
Delta X-ray 010 frequency change. Rear approach Air America DuXX Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010 is type 2 miles west of Sierra Charlie 58 2,400 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Air America DuXX Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010 rear approach. Squawk 0776.
Squawk 0776 Air America DuXX Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010.
Air America DuXX Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010 radar contact 3 miles east of Greenville, 3,200 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace Air America DuXX Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010.
Okay, mixture set for cruise flight. Autopilot on. So, let's get to Boston. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Beautiful morning. We are approaching Boston. Boston City just off our nose, slightly left.
runway for right, Air America DuXX Alpha, Alpha Delta X-ray 010.
All right, very good. Landing gear coming down. Okay, gear is down and locked. Flaps at 20%.
Flaps set. Mixtures rich, wait. Auto rich. Mixtures set. Gear up and down, please. Gear up and down. Gear down and locked. 3 greens. Props. 2500 RPM. 2500 RPM set. Cow flaps. Plus 3 degrees. Cow flaps set. ADI off. ADI is off. Landing lights. Speed good. Extending lights.
Okay. Starting to cut, and there's a big jet on my runway. What the hell? I should go, well, screw it. We're landing this bird. They can do it in the movies. I can do it here. Coming down.
Lights extended and on. Copy.
Touchdown.
Set call. Before landing checks complete.
Air America to
And,
Alpha, Alpha
oh, this
Delta
isn't good.
X-ray 010 contact ground on 121.9er.
No reversers. All right.
For Air America to XX Alpha,
Full
Alpha
brakes.
Delta X-ray 010.
We'll cool the brakes off here in the river. Okay, that worked. We didn't bottom her out. Didn't even get the props wet. Let's go ahead and taxi over. And there goes the jet that was in our way. Evil. Alright, but we're down safe. Clean up the aircraft, bring the flaps up.
After landing checks complete.
Okay, we'll just head over, park the aircraft. We're down safe. No identifiable damage to the aircraft. I'm sure the passengers will have to make a quick change after they get off the aircraft. Boogity boogity. Get down here quick.
America to XX Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010 request taxi to parking.
Air America to XX Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010 taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway November cross runway tree left November Bravo Alpha 1 Alpha.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway November cross runway tree left November Bravo Alpha 1 Alpha Air America to XX Alpha Alpha Delta X-ray 010.
Well, yeah, but I'm going to park it where I want to. And this looks good. So I'm going to park it here. Okay, we can set the parking brake. That effectively ends the flight. And we'll check out what FSAirlines has to say. We can end the flight and get credit for it. No penalties that I can see. Made over 2.5 mil. That's a good flight. So, there we have it. Welcome to Boston. Okay, what can I say? Beautiful takeoff. Very uneventful flight. Beautiful morning. Took less than 3 hours to get to Logan. And another, coming in, Microsoft Flight Simulator, so good. Using the ATC, which I like to use because it helps add a little immersion and fun in the flight. But my goodness, you give me clearance to land on runway 4 right, and as I'm getting ready to come in, there is a big jet getting ready to take off just as I'm configured for landing. So, me being Bug Eater 64, what can I say? Instead of doing a go around, missed approach because of traffic, I'm going to go around it because I'm a prop plane. I can land. So I come in, I make my landing. Wasn't the prettiest thing I've ever seen. And once I touch down, guess what? Yeah, reversers aren't working. So that added to the excitement, okay? Had to throw a little excitement into it. Waited till the very end to do it. But we got landed. Aircraft was not damaged. We were able to edge off into the very shallow water because you notice it never bellied out. And we cooled off the brakes because they were definitely smoking. And we finished the flight on a positive note, if you can say that was a positive note. Anyway, another flight completed. Made a little bit of money for FSAirlines, $2.5 million, and I got to fly my bird. I really love the PMDG DC6. It's just a great airplane, and you can fly it as easy as you want, or you can fly it as what it is, a study level aircraft. This aircraft was designed needing 3 people to fly it. Pilot, co-pilot, flight engineer. But PMDG has done an excellent job of being able so that the average person who doesn't do a lot of flying can get in this aircraft, fly it, and have a great time. So with that, flight completed. Hope you enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun bringing it to you. Even that silly landing. Until next time, this is Bug Eater 64, and we'll see you in the skies very, very soon. And as always, remember, safe flying.